Gino Lee is a 22-year-old multi-talented entertainer who has claimed his spot as one of the forces to be reckoned with in the pop music industry. The singer-songwriter and recording artist recently dropped what is arguably his most honest song to date, called Only Get Better. Well, Gino joins us now to tell us more about his latest music offering and his career. Gino, welcome back. It's great to have you on the show.
So good to be here. Thank you.
I feel like you've come back as Gino amplified. Just the growth that I'm experiencing since you were first discovered. Tell us about that.
Well, basically, I was here last year, and this year was quite a journey for me. I traveled to New York. I spent 3 months there. And I had a plan in the beginning of this year that I wanted to put together an EP. So I rounded up all the contacts that I'd met over the years, and the plan and the goal was to get signed in New York, to work with producers and writers to get a body of work done. And my time in New York wasn't what I expected. I ran into a lot of difficulties. I worked with a lot of people that let me down. So taking a bite out of the Big Apple wasn't that great this time around. But there was a silver lining, and I managed to meet some amazing people, including Jason Jordan from 1RPM, which is an independent label in New York City, and I got signed.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations. Mission accomplished at the end of the day. The journey wasn't quite a smooth one, though. Well, you are multidimensional. I mean, you're what we call a triple threat. You are a model, you can act, you can sing. But your passion for music started when you were quite young, when you started playing the piano at age 6. Take us through what cemented it for you, what validated the fact that you were meant and destined to be in music.
Well, as you said, I'd been playing for a long time, from a young age. And I think just consistency. I was doing it from my whole school career onwards until now. I was in a band. I went solo in 2010. I performed as much as I could in my hometown and the surrounding areas. I got to meet a lot of amazing people in the industry, and I kept those relationships strong, and I used them to make opportunities for myself, grab any opportunity that I can get. Some amazing people I met along the way are Elsie for Linden, Kim Myers, who I was with last year, as well as people that I met overseas as well, including Matt Henry, who I worked at Skylight Studios in Los Angeles. I think it's just a matter of having passion, continuing to work hard and be consistent, and just to love what you do, have fun, and make original music.
I want to go back to you having said you are now signed in the States.
Yes.
So you're juggling a career between South Africa and the US.
Yes.
How's that working out for you? Is there a lot of traveling involved? Is it strenuous on just you, your mom, who I know is also your manager?
Yes.
How do you manage to just keep it all together?
It is a bit tricky, but we make it work. I really wanted to come back to South Africa to release the song, just because I felt like it was an ode, and I owed it to South Africa because everybody here supports me so much. Most of my followers are South African, and I just felt like it was just a gift from me to them to say thank you for supporting me so much. But definitely in the future I do want to be an international artist based in New York and South Africa.
Well, that's definitely going to happen. I mean, at just 22, I feel like you've already learned so much about not just making music, but I think the business of music and how entertainment runs. Share some of those lessons with us, just in terms of the business of music, the business of entertainment. What are some of the valuable lessons that you think you've learned?
I think it's very important to always be ready, always be early, and always to just keep good relationships. They say it's, you know, who you know, but it's actually who knows you. I've really had that experience, because a lot of the time you send out emails, you make phone calls, nobody answers you back, nobody, you know, emails you back, and you sit there waiting like, what is happening? I feel like in those times you should take initiative, find opportunities for yourself, search online, look at the newspaper for events that are happening, just to make sure that you're always busy, always putting your name out there, because there are so many artists in the world right now. You know, there's so much new music coming out every single day, and I think just to stay ahead of the game, you've got to keep working 100%.
Speaking of new music, Only Get Better.
Yes.
I mean, it's such a hot song. Who did you work with? What is the song all about, and where was the inspiration for that song?
So, the journey in New York City this year, one of the songs that I played for Jason Jordan, who is the president of 1RPM, was Only Get Better. It was so crazy. We were sitting in his office in Brooklyn, and he was like, okay, play me some tracks. So I played a couple of tracks for him, and when Only Get Better played, he was like, That's the one. This is the one. So we worked together with 1RPM, writing and producing the song. Obviously, when I played it, it was just a demo version, and it's not the one you hear today, but we worked on it. We made it as good as we could make it, and yeah, it was such an amazing experience.
And it debuted worldwide,
yes.
You know? Where can people find that track, and what's the response been so far?
You can find it on all music platforms, streaming platforms, so that's iTunes, Spotify, Deezer. And the response has been overwhelming, especially on Spotify. I think the song just passed 40,000 plays on Spotify, which is so amazing for me. I'm so grateful for all the playlists it's been put on. And just everybody that's been commenting, sharing on Facebook and Instagram, I really appreciate all of the support.
Well, it's the festive season. It's probably one of the most busiest time periods for musicians. What are you going to be up to?
Spending time with family, but I'm also going to be performing in a couple of places. In Port Elizabeth, I'm going to be performing at a Carols by Candlelight event. And also in Uitenhage, I'm going to be performing on the 21st of December. So people could just check out on my Facebook, my gig guide, what's been happening.
All right, and 2019.
Yes.
What's in store? What are you planning to expand on? Are you going to go back to a little bit of modeling? Are you going to keep up with just the singing?
Next year, I'm going to be headed back to New York.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to be working hands-on with 1RPM to get the EP done, because right now it's just been singles.
Yes.
Shoot music videos, record as much as I can, and collaborate with amazing New York artists, and get back into the acting and modeling as well.
I'd love to see you in doing some more modeling. I told you, your look is gorgeous. You are gorgeous. So you are so talented, Gino. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and all the best. Come back and let us know how it goes with the EP.
Yes,
awesome.
Thank you.
That was our first music guest, 22-year-old Gino Lee, an actor, pianist, music producer, and singer. He was talking to us about his musical journey and new offering titled Only Get Better. And trust me, things will only get better for this young man. He's got a bright, bright future ahead of him. Time for us to take a quick break. Do stay with us here on Morning Live.